Tonight we're talking a pregnancy scare, Nilsa and Gus romance, and Kodai weight loss. Plus, you don't want to miss whose Instagram we'll be stalking, and we got some juicy news and gossip for you on the Floribama Shore After Show. Chi-Chi's up.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
This song, all the feels.
Are you creeping out right
I'm
now?
So creeped out. Logan gave me all the creeper vibes this episode.
Shout out to Anthony who called this song and said we should choose it because it's the ultimate stalking every step you take.
Ultimate.
Hello. Hey guys, welcome to the Floribama Shore After Show. Tonight we're recapping episode 8, season 2 of Floribama Shore, The Faint Blue Line. And was it?
Oh my gosh, so faint that it gave me so much anxiety the entire episode.
I'm your host, Stacey Olivas, and I'm here with my girl, aka Staycation, and I'm here with my girl.
Hey, it's Allie Nasta, but also known as Alibama for this after show. What's up, guys? I'm excited to get into it.
We are so excited. This episode, it kind of, it was a lot about Courtney and Gus. But you guys, we have a lot to discuss with you. We're going to do some Instagram stalking. We're going to have Allie has some juicy news and gossip.
Yes.
Gossip a little bit about this couple.
Ugh.
And we're going to do some fan shout-outs.
Yay.
Woo! Okay. What is one word to describe this episode? What's one word?
Anxiety.
Anxiety?
Yes.
Are you creeping out right now?
Anxiety and just I just think just anxiety because everything about it is just stressful because Logan creeps me out.
His eyes, what did you think of them?
They just, I don't know, he just is scary to me. Like, Courtney has every right to feel the way she does. He is scary. And he just pops up out of nowhere all the time.
He is popping up everywhere. And you have some great news and gossip, you guys. You don't want to miss this. It's some intense information about what's going on with the couple right now. But before we begin, let's jump right into the pregnancy scare. Okay.
Yes.
How did you feel about the whole overall pregnancy scare? How Courtney handled it? What did you think about it?
I think that she was so mature about the entire situation, and obviously you can tell that no matter what's going to happen in this scenario, she's gonna take it with pride and she's gonna figure it out. You know, she seemed very responsible about it, and she didn't even think about it until she had to have the talk with the OBGYN and try to make an appointment. So I think she took the news great, as I feel like the other girls might have. I don't know how they would have reacted, but I think she was taking it as mature as she could.
Yeah.
And I think it was great when she talked to her mom about it because you could tell she felt a sense of comfort. And I think obviously one thing that's stressing her out is the fact that Logan, is if this is happening, like he's the father and he's not doing anything to help the situation and to make her feel comfortable to talk to him about this.
Do you think that's why she was kind of so fearful about this pregnancy? In general, you'd be going crazy if you're going to get pregnant. If you're pregnant, it's not planned. But it's because it might be Logan's baby.
Yeah. I think that obviously had a huge play into it because the more she is seeing him, in light, because obviously she went out a couple times and hadn't been drinking. And so sometimes when you've been drinking, you can it's a little fuzzy to you how someone can treat you. But it was plain as day these past 2 nights that she's seeing the way Logan's treating her. And she does not deserve that at all. And he's just being so manipulative.
And and what did you think about her having to wait until Tuesday? I'm guessing that's quite a long time away to wait and see if she is pregnant.
It seemed to me like it'd be like a week.
Yeah.
I think. I'm not exactly sure of the timeline of how things were panned out. But
it seemed like it was a while.
That's
because
stressful.
She's freaking out. Why Tuesday? And what did you think also of her drinking? She's still partying.
Okay, so
she's
I don't
still
think
living
she
it up.
was drinking because she was telling her mom. I know that she had a cup, but I think what she was doing is drinking cranberry juice. So then people wouldn't ask her, "Why are you not drinking?" Because you know how when you go out and people are like, "Oh, why don't you have a drink in your hand?" So I think she just had a drink in her hand like it was cranberry juice. Yeah. I don't think there was any alcohol in it though. Because when she talked to her mom, she's like, "I'm not drinking. I'm not smoking. I'm not doing anything that could make me have a miscarriage."
And then going towards that miscarriage, that's interesting that she revealed this on the show. That's pretty deep of her. I think Courtney has been through a lot of stuff. As you can tell, how she handles these type of mature situations maturely. Courtney's usually the one hawking loogies, in the cups, going crazy, wilding out. But in these serious situations, she's the most mature.
Yeah,
isn't that interesting?
And she was taking it very well, all of it.
Yeah.
And I think it's almost opened her eyes to who Logan is as a person and made her realize this is not the person I want to spend my time with.
And I think you also called that last episode, or one of us was saying, you or either Morgan was saying that, you know, Logan, she's going to kind of open her eyes as to like, who am I with? I might have a baby from this guy.
Yeah.
What did you think about him showing up everywhere?
It's just alarming, you know,
Yeah.
and the fact that she hasn't invited him because she hasn't felt comfortable, and the fact that you're with a big group of people and a crew at all times, and you're still feeling uncomfortable about a person showing up out of the blue and kind of following you places, and the fact that she had to tell her best friend, hey, let's get in the car as soon as possible so he doesn't see me go anywhere.
Yeah.
The fact that you even have to say that out loud to a friend is alarming in itself.
Yeah, and I think also it's kind of foreshadowing how crazy this might get, because he's showing up places that's not normal, guys. That's abnormal. Courtney, that's not normal. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he was doing this in the beginning, but now that she's like seeing it more and more, and Jeremiah, hopefully,
Yeah.
I don't know. I see a lot of crazy stuff going on between her and Jeremiah.
Well,
I mean, him and Jeremiah.
Like Logan and
Yeah.
Jeremiah, I think it definitely showed. I mean, Jeremiah, as we were kind of guessing last episode, you know, is there going to be some sort of relationship between the two of them? I think it really showed his personality and how great he is as a person, because he's gonna protect Courtney no matter what, and he's gonna be there for her. So it'll be really interesting to see if he crosses that line. But at the same time, we did hear him talk to that girl this episode saying, I'm not looking for any type of relationship. So that kind of solidifies my thoughts and thinking that he really is just thinking of Courtney as a best friend.
Just being a good friend.
Yeah,
for
like
her.
I think he thinks of her as, like he says, his sister, his best friend. And I don't really think he's going to cross that line, because I think that their relationship is too precious to him.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they might like hook up or something eventually. Maybe he'll be her savior, like as Jeremiah has been to
Right.
everyone. Well, mostly everyone. But I think maybe there might be a little like romance, but it will be short lived. I don't think it's going to be like a.
I just don't see it, because
You
I don't. And I just think it's because she's going to have gone through the scenario. We don't know what end it's going to come out on, whether she's going to actually be pregnant. We still are on this cliffhanger.
Do you think she's
whether-
pregnant?
I don't.
We'll talk about it later too in predictions.
Yeah, I don't know though.
I know.
I don't think she is. But I don't know. At the same time, they made it seem like she is, the way that the tests were going in the previews. But obviously, they did it on purpose. So then we'll watch, because I'm really, really anxious now.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think she is. I think that this is just we're gonna see all the stuff that's happening in the news, which I'm excited to talk about. Is gonna just play out on air.
Yeah.
Because we still have, you guys, we're only halfway through the season.
I know.
This is crazy. Like, how much worse can this get? How much more can Logan get? Crazier. Well, speaking of possible romances, or Gus and Nilsa. So they kind of teased us in this episode with Gus and Nilsa, you know, making a pact that they might hook up, might not. It's interesting that I've noticed this, that Nilsa wants Gus when other girls are around, because Jeremiah brought in these other two girls from back home, or Gus did, sorry. Gus brought in these other two girls from back home, and Nilsa's all of a sudden like, ooh, Gus is looking a little cute now in the club. What did you think of this whole situation?
It's so tricky, because obviously I could understand where she's coming
Yeah.
from when you look around and there's no cute guys, and you're just thinking, not again, not another night where
Yeah.
there's not one cute guy for me to flirt with. And so I think it is an easy person, but it could be maybe, I mean, that's a great point you bring up, because it could be a sign of protection, where she's like, you know what, actually, like, these girls are coming in, they're not going to take him tonight, because I don't think she would like it if Gus was giving them all the attention. But then again, she's done it before where, like, they don't even talk throughout the night. You know, you don't see them. So I think it really was just the fact that there was no one else in the club, and she was just like, hey.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that she gets jealous a little bit. I think that she likes the attention. I think she wants I don't know, because this has happened before. When another girl comes around, Nilsa all of a sudden is like, oh, I like Gus.
Right.
It's interesting. I don't know.
So do you think there's underlying feelings there?
I think there might be. I think that she wants what she can't have. And, you know, Gus last season was like all over her. Now he's like, I want to, like Jeremiah, I want to stay single. I don't really want a relationship. Well, he doesn't really want it doesn't seem like he wants a relationship with her. And, you know, he also mentioned in this episode that when he gets drunk, he's like, okay, maybe he's flirting a little. He's extra flirty. But when he's sober, he's like, boundaries up. I got to stay away from her.
But my thing, what I wonder too, is that do you do you somewhat think that the reason he puts these boundaries up is because he knows that because they're basically living together,
oh my gosh,
it's too close for comfort?
That's
and
true.
had they not, maybe, like, obviously this be not in a house, a Floribama shore, would it work if they didn't have to come home together every night? Because I think he might be freaked out at the fact that, say anything were to ever go on with him and Nilsa, you're basically like married for the summer.
Yes, and they're stuck in the house, and we were even talking like they don't have TVs.
No,
they don't have anything to escape to. Maybe just the doctors.
Yeah,
which a lot of them were doing this episode.
Yeah, poor Amy was exiled.
I feel like
quarantine.
some of them want to kind of take a visit to the doctors because they don't have anywhere else to go. They're stuck with each other. Yeah.
Yeah, we actually have some folks in the chat. Hello, thank you guys so much for joining. We love hearing all of your thoughts. Reality Checked says that they're here for Gus and Nilsa's relationship. They love them. So,
oh my gosh, you guys think that's going to happen?
I mean, we need to hear your thoughts. So please let us know if you think that you're going to ship Gus and Nilsa. I mean, who knows? If there's nobody that gets brought up the rest of the summer, they could be ending up together.
They'd make like a cute couple.
I think they totally would.
I think there would be a lot of fighting maybe going on, especially with Gus, her getting a little jealous of Gus talking to other girls. I could see that.
It definitely couldn't add less drama. It would only add more, you know.
Yeah.
And they keep talking about how there's conflict after conflict, so I can't imagine that would add anything good to it.
Well, speaking of drama, can you tell our AfterBuzzers where they can find some more drama and some more reality shows?
Of course. AfterBuzzers, our network, produces after shows for nearly all of your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and so much more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they're optional. So just go ahead and hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and then check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know you did so in the comments, and we will thank you on air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk. We love you guys so much, and we're so thankful. And also, while you're hitting that subscribe button and that thumbs up, go ahead over to iTunes Podcast and give us a rating, 5 stars, and a comment, and let us know what you think of the after show. We love your thoughts. We love your
you
comments.
guys, we love hearing from you, especially in live chat, on iTunes, everywhere. Hit us up. We love it. We love getting your opinions and what you think your predictions are for the next couple episodes, or any dirt you know about the cast, because we want to hear it.
We want to hear all of it.
We want to hear it. Yes, guys. Let us know what you guys think about the right now in the Courtney Logan drama. What do you think is going to happen with that? What do you guys think what's going to happen with Gus and Nilsa? And moving on to our own person that we will be, maybe stalking a little ourselves, Kodai.
Yes.
So Kodai is hitting the gym with everyone, with Gus and the girls. What did you think of Kodai's workout? He's hilarious, I gotta say.
He's so funny, and I love that he just takes the jokes. Obviously, some people could take it as being a little bit of digs that they're doing, but he's just like, you know what, this is who I am. I'm gonna eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I'm gonna have fun with it.
And Gus said, you look like because they wrap some, saran wrap around his tummy to get him to lose some weight. And he's like, you look like a Twinkie still in the wrapper.
Which he laughed at, and he was like, "You're right." That's why Kodai. That's why we love him, because he just takes the punches.
I kind of feel bad for him though, because some of they've called him Clifford the Big Red Dog before. They've called him a Teletubby before. I feel bad. I feel like it somewhat might affect him, but he's like holding
eventually.
it in. Yeah. So I don't know. When people are calling out Kodai, I'm like, they call him out. They put him down all the time. Like they make jokes on him. So yeah.
And it is kind of funny because. Funny in the fact that if it would have happened to them, and I feel like if Kodai would say the stuff to them, it wouldn't go as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's known for taking it and just kind of pushing it, and it doesn't even affect him really. It's just kind of like whatever. But I feel like if he were to say things like that to them, they would really be thrown off.
Exactly, especially Gus.
Yeah.
If he would say that to Gus would probably be crying outside, getting Jeremiah and everyone to console him everywhere. But Kodai's just like, whatever.
He's like, whatever. I'm just going to have fun, live my life. And
I love him. I think he's hilarious.
I think he's so great.
Watching his Instagram stories are the best. And maybe we'll do some Instagram stalking of Kodai right now. So Allie is going to... She brought up some, she did her stalking of Mr. Kodai.
Do some stalking.
Today and this past week. And this guy, we are going to stalk his Instagram.
He is just hilarious. Obviously, this is just a fun little photo of him loving lake days.
What does it say on the back of his shirt?
I think skies out, thighs out.
Woo!
So instead of sun's out, guns out, it's the opposite.
He's living. I mean, he's like going along with the jokes.
Yeah, no, he is, and I think he's always kind of been that way.
I watched this video. It was hilarious.
Are we gonna play a little bit of it?
No, it's just a still from the video.
Right.
It was like of him doing the walk of shame. I think it was in Amy's hotel room, and he was like, "Well, when a guy has to do a walk of shame, he's always with the girls. He's always partying with the girls. It's funny."
He is.
Kodai. Oh, yeah, and this is like a throwback from a couple years ago before they were big. What does he have? Like 42 likes on his page. Isn't that crazy?
I know. I went all the way to the beginning. And it was just a bunch of things from him in college, and I think even maybe some in high school from baseball and everything. And yeah, he had 42 likes on some of his photos. And then you could tell it was right after he posted Floribama Shore, and all of a sudden it started because he posted the photo of the cast, and that one only had 278 likes. So it, clearly he was slowly but surely getting up.
His popularity is growing. And this is, I think he coaches like a basketball team back home, a boys basketball team. Oh, Kodai, baby Kodai.
I know. He does look so young there.
He's so funny, though. This guy needs to be a comedian, I think. Ooh.
And this is obviously him from the VMAs, and he just kind of talked about how thankful he was for getting to be a part of this experience, and it just kind of goes to show his character. He, in the show, is very lighthearted, very funny, you know, rolls with the punches, and I mean, this goes to show that he's not forgetting about where he's from either, and he's totally grounded, and
he's down to earth.
He's appreciative of the opportunities that MTV has given them. So,
I mean, a lot of people say some comments about Kodai, about like not liking it. I don't know. I think he's pretty cool. He's down to earth. He's just doesn't care. He doesn't really have a filter.
Yeah, but I mean, I think all of them kind of have their own, like, you know, things that could be unlikable, just as we all do. We all have unlikable characteristics, but unfortunately they're like in the spotlight, so people can pick them apart easily. But he's hilarious.
Yeah, and I think like Keven always says, like, they're good people inside.
Right.
I mean, they might do some crazy things,
but
deep down, deep down inside, they're hilarious and they're great people. So
and I just thought this was hilarious. This was obviously the VMA's after party. Of course, Nilsa's wearing the NYPD's hat. So this was just a fun one. And it's just kind of fun, like, to see that even outside of the house, they still have fun. We saw in stalking them last week, they all still enjoy each other's company. Totally. And love hanging out together.
I was watching the Instagram stories from this, and it was hilarious because he saved the day. Nilsa's dress didn't come in. Like, it came in like right before the VMAs, and he saved the day and got her dress for her. And I was like, oh,
Kodai.
# BFF. Yeah. Best friend goals.
Best friend goals. And this is just kind of in the beginning when they were just kind of promoting Floribama Shore, and I just kind of was looking at this, and I just like when I see them all together, and that he's saying that Amy's one of his best friends, you know, and I really truly believe they all are friends outside of the house.
Yeah. So you think that's like his ride or die, Amy?
I don't know, because they say that they always go back and forth, and they'll say different things here and there. So I'm not exactly positive if it's like the number one, but I feel like they get along well enough. Yeah. To where, I mean, if he's saying it's one of his best friends, then probably so. And then, like I was saying, this actually is when he announced on his Instagram that he was going to be part of Floribama Shore, and it was just so funny because the photo right before he posted this one was just like a normal regular photo and had like 40-something likes. And then you can tell us friends were like, oh, you're going to be on TV.
It's growing. Wow. Yeah. How many followers does he have? Like 100,000 or something?
I think it's like 90-something. 1 second. Let me give you the exact amount.
I'm just so curious because
I think it's like 98 something. 97. I mean 92.7.
Doing pretty well, Kodai.
92.7. And this was a funny photo that I saw, and cuz I don't know if you guys have ever been to Dick's
What's that?
It's an East Coast restaurant. Yeah. And what they do is you have these everybody gets like a white hat, and then they write like really vulgar things. And it's like they do it based on your personality, so like they can kind of tell. And they're like it's called Dick's, and they're rude to you. Like the whole point of going to the restaurant is them being rude and like writing vulgar things on these hats, and it's kind of a fun experience. But then towards the end, you're like, whoa, like because they're supposed to be mean. They put on this persona, and like obviously you can catch them like winking at you and every now and then. But obviously you guys can read what it says there. But
what does it say?
It says glory hole.
Wait, what?
Glory hole.
OMG, Kodai.
So this was Kodai, and this was obviously back in the days before Floribama Shore, where he had 30 likes.
And you can already see his personality was exactly how he's portrayed on Floribama Shore.
Yes. Oh, and this was just a photo of Candace and him, and they just said that they were going to be eating some shepherd's pie that he thought was dessert.
I noticed he's really close to the girls.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, you don't really see too many pictures of Jeremiah and Cuz there.
He is always with the girls.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that was our fun little Instagram stalking.
And on a more crazier note, let's go into our news and gossip.
Oh, yes.
AfterBuzz TV.
This is crazy.
So this one is absolutely insane. Reporting from this was an article from TMZ, and it was about Courtney and Logan and how he has been arrested. He did have a restraining order. She had a restraining order against him, and he has been arrested. And so there's just been really creepy things. He sent terrible texts.
What were some of the texts? Didn't he say? You said something like he told her he would hurt her.
Yeah, there was. So let me find that exact quote.
I think it was
It was about cutting. It was really. Hold on. Sorry.
It's okay if it's not the exact, but something about
Yeah, so he threatened to cut her into pieces and even showed up to a bar with that she was at with a knife. And so that was according to police in this article. And she already had a restraining order on him on that. And apparently cops, there was these are kind of, I don't know the exact
the dates of the events.
Yeah, the dates of the events and how it happened. But they were saying that they couldn't find him originally to arrest him or something. And they ended up getting him and he's in custody. So.
Oh my, keep him in there.
Yeah. So
please.
If you guys want to check out the article, it's on TMZ and we can put the link on the comments on YouTube.
I'm so curious if we're going to see this play out on one of the episodes.
I wonder because it's pretty serious, and obviously we saw in this episode that he wasn't leaving, and the way that the previews look, it looks like he did show back up to the house. But then again, I don't know how that was cut. I don't know if that was when he was first going. Whatever we're gonna see next episode, but it's pretty alarming
because he keeps we're seeing him come back all of a sudden, show up now, when he's unannounced, the last episode this last episode when Jeremiah was if he puts any hands on her, I'm gonna hurt her, or if he gets out of line, I'm gonna hurt him. So I think it's getting more aggressive now.
It is, and it's so scary to hear your friends that are worried. They're literally standing in the waysides to make sure nothing happens, because the fact that if someone can even predict that someone could be rough or harsh with your best friend or something, that's not good behavior, and that's not a good sign. That's a red flag.
Yeah, and she even said this episode she's scared of him.
And that's not okay. And the fact that you ever feel uncomfortable, and the way that she was saying she's stressed, and then he was like, "You're stressing me out." He was just manipulating every word she said, every situation, and it just is not fair. And you can tell. At first, Courtney was kind of laughing it off a little bit, and now she's like, "No more laughs. This needs to be done." Sorry, go ahead.
No, she was even scared when the pregnancy test came out, and she dropped it when he showed upstairs because she's scared of him. She doesn't know how he's gonna react.
Well, he just popped out of nowhere like he usually does, which is crazy.
This guy is scary.
That's so scary.
I hope he doesn't hurt her or anything. That's scary. I mean, stalking is never okay. This is getting more serious and more serious.
Well, yeah, and it is serious now that we're seeing there's police reports filed that TMZ is reporting, and it's just insane because this is, as much as sometimes we forget, it's a reality show on TV, these are real people in real lives.
And she's famous. She's out there in the public. It's probably easier to find her, and hopefully this all gets dissolved and he gets in trouble.
I hope Courtney is safe at all times.
Now it's like a horror movie, I feel like.
It's so
especially
scary.
with that intro song.
Oh gosh. Now I'm worried. I'm stressed. Jeez.
Okay. Well, what are your predictions for this next week?
Now, your AfterBuzz.
Do you want me to start with mine?
TV
Yeah.
Okay. I see the Courtney and Logan drama escalating. I think he's going to start getting more aggressive. I think he's going to come back to the house. I think he's going to show up. And I think Jeremiah and him, there's going to be some beef between them, probably a physical fight. And I think Nilsa and Gus will probably have a drunk hookup.
I could see the Nilsa and Gus thing happening because they both were drunkenly saying if it happens, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just drunk. So I guess that happening. I think Logan's definitely gonna come back, and I'm I'm curious to see. Obviously, we see Courtney's mom come into the situation, and we're going to figure out an answer, whether it is a yes or a no. Next episode, I think it'll definitely come out that episode, and then
the pregnancy. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I don't think she is.
You don't think she's pregnant?
I don't think she is. I don't know. But then again, I have no idea. But there's just so many thoughts in my head, and I just don't want to project anything. But I think that we could get I'm thinking we're going to get an answer next episode.
I don't think she's pregnant.
I don't think so.
I feel like it would have been on the news already.
Yeah, that's what some people in the chat were saying.
Maybe, but who knows?
Then it could. She could be keeping it quiet.
Yeah, like we didn't know if that Candace and Gator were still together. We don't know that.
Yeah, so
she's in a relationship now. I mean, there's so many things we don't know, and there's so many things that we don't know, and there's being hidden, and they're doing really good at hiding it on their Instagram and their social media. Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. P.S. I didn't tell you guys that Morgan and Kevin couldn't be with us. We miss you guys. They are busy today, but they're not in town. And also, you guys just go hit them up on their social media. Go comment on their pictures. Make them feel good. We miss you guys. They'll be back next week. I'm Stacey Olivas, a.k.a. Staycation. Thanks so much for joining us. You can find me all over social media at Stacey Olivas.
And hey guys, Allie Nasta here. You can find me on social media at Allie Girl. And again, it's Alabama.
Woo, Alabama. Guys, I think the Thoughtmobiles are here.
Oh, I know. I think they are. They're ready. Right, I can hear them outside. They're honking for us.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.
See ya.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Cheese up.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.